All right, guys. Good day, guys. My name is Alatak Damila Joseph, aka TFX Damuche Forex. All right, as you all know, um, it's time for our weekly chart analysis. All right, and okay, last week has been something else. We have, I think, so far this month we have four trades going on. Why one of the trade actually hit SL, that's break even yesterday due to market volatility. So the one trade we closed one trade yesterday at break even because the market actually hit our SL that we moved to above our entry. So today is 13th of June. Today is Saturday. Tomorrow by evening around 10, the market will open. But what do we have for the week? All right. Before I proceed, all right, I would like you to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, right? I always drop a lot of educative videos there, right? Especially for the newbies, for those people that are new to Forex. I want to learn about Forex. Make sure you join, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and also turn on your notification. There's a segment on this channel which I always drop. This segment is learning Forex from scratch. It's actually talking, in fact, you learn everything you need to know about Forex. Take my trade. In fact, everything you need to know is you are learning it from scratch. All right. And this other segment, this chart analysis, is where we do drop our um our weekly chart analysis. All right. So let's get into the business of the day. So what are we going to be looking for when the market opens next week? We're looking for trade on pounds USD, pounds CHF, pounds CAD, pounds AUD, pounds XND, and pounds JPY. All right. Yeah, we'll be looking for entry on pounds USD because the market is still looking bearish. So we still look for selling opportunity, even if the trade already hit break even. So we're looking for what re-entry. That's if we see, and if we don't see, we're going to what let the market be and we'll move on to the next. All right, so let's proceed. Pounds USD, pounds USD on a weekly time frame. What do we see here? As we all know, the market has been giving us what series of higher high and higher low, right? The market has been giving us series of higher high. Then it got to this point, it started ranging in between this resistance level and this support level on the weekly time frame. Okay, so as the market started ranging, now how do we trade a since the market is ranging, how do we trade a ranging market? Now what we do is what we sell on a resistance zone and we buy on a support level. All right, so now where is the market currently? The market is in between, but let's check the recent price action of pounds USD. We have the market ranging, we have the market ranging in between this support and resistance, giving us equal highs and equal lows. Then the last part of the price action was here when we have what a bearish engulfing candle to the downside. Now we know that the market is moving from what from this point we know that the market is moving from this point to the downside. So how do we capitalize on the downside? But before we slow down to daily time frame, what do we see here? The last four candles of pounds USD, we see what an evening star candle confirmation, which means after we have this this bearish engulfing candle, we now have another chart candle confirmation That's an evening star, which signifies that the market tends to what drop down to this support level around 1.3200. All right. Now scaling down to daily time frame. Now Euro USD on a daily time frame, we have Euro USD as being in an uptrend. Then we have what, a break above and a break below retest, and we expect the market to drop down to the downside, which is the actual reason I decided to take the trade, because I took the trade around here and I expect the market to drop to the downside, but due to market volatility, it dropped. Then as it drops, we move our SL to entry, and the market dropped. Then it came back and tap us out by tapping on that our SL that we use as our break even. So let's proceed with the analysis. As I was saying, we have the market break above, came back, we have a new higher high, but it couldn't break further right to the upside. Then we have a drop below. Now having a drop below, we expect the market to retrace here and we sell to this support level. Probably from there we'll start looking for buys to the upside. Why am I still looking for overall buy on this trade is because checking on a weekly time frame, as long as we are still above this support level, we are always going to be buying, except the market decides to come back here and break below. Then we start looking for what, sell. But as long as we are above it, we are looking for what, buy. We are still overall bullish. All right, so scaling down to daily time frame, we're waiting for a retest, although we've already gotten tapped out. So what we're going to be waiting for now for re-entry is, if we have the market retrace a little bit into this yellow zone, we wait for confirmation and we set to the downside. That's our plan for next week. All right, so on a 4-hour time frame, we wait. All right, because daily is looking bearish, weekly is looking bearish, so we also go bearish on what, on the 4-hour time frame. Now we wait for confirmation around there, then we sell to the downside. All right, now let's go to pounds CHF. That's British pounds against Swiss francs. Now pounds CHF on a weekly time frame, what do we see? We see that we've been having what, a series of lower low, lower high, lower low, and the trend is looking like a trend that is about to change. Reason being that we have a lower low, lower high, a lower low, lower high. We have a new lower low, but it's refused to stay below the support that just got broken, and it's break back into the zone, retested, and it's going. Now if you are checking this now, this is actually something we call an inverse head and shoulder pattern, because if you check, we have the left shoulder, right, we have the head, then we have what, this, we have the right shoulder. Now we expect the market to what, break above this. Now if the market break above this resistance, weekly resistance level, then that's when we will say the inverse head and shoulder pattern is completed, right? But for now, we're waiting for the market to what, to move, to break above, and retest, then we start moving to the upside. Now since we have a chart pattern here which we call inverse head and shoulder, now it's obviously that the market is pushing to the upside, which will probably give us a break above here. Then we start looking for buy continuation. So now since we have weekly what, bullish, right? We have weekly bullish, then we have to what, scale down to daily time frame. Now pound CHF on a daily time frame, what we have a change of structure here, right? We have the market giving us let me say something like a double bottom, right? And we have a break above and waiting for a retest of what, the neckline. then we're going to take a buy to this resistance level. Now don't forget, our overall aim is for the market to break above, so that we can complete the head and shoulder pattern that is forming on a weekly time frame, right? So but even at that, all we need to do is what, we wait for the candle to the price to trace back to this point, then we look for buy to the upside, probably to this a short buy to this point. Then after the market break above, we'll start looking for more buys. But for now, because the market can actually come back here and decide not to break above anymore, so we target here first, and after here we start looking for more buys. Okay, so how do we take our entry? Pound CHF on the 4-hour time frame. Now wait for the market to retrace back to this yellow zone, this daily zone. Wait for your candlestick confirmation, then we what, buy to the upside. All right, now let's scale down to pounds card. Pounds card on the weekly time frame. Pounds card on the weekly time frame. We have now checking pounds card on the weekly time frame. Pounds card has been giving us is actually also bullish, right? We'll be having a range between here, break above, range. We expect what, another break above, and we continue to the what, to the upside, right? So now pounds card, what do we see here? Now we see pounds card that we see that the market, the price already is about to, although the last week candle actually break, but we didn't have a clear break here, because the market can actually open and you see a bearish candle. So now what are we going to do is we wait for the market before we start looking for buys on this market. We wait for the market to give us a clear break above, retest, and we start taking our buys. And going down to daily time frame, now how we need to do is, we said we're going to wait for what, the market to move a little bit above. We will retest, probably touching here, this is on daily zone, then we retest, then we start looking for buy to next resistance level. And mind you, once the market opens, we might actually have what, another break below. Like this can actually look like a fake breakout. Then we start having the market retracing down to the downside. If that's happened, then we start looking for what, sell to the downside. But on a weekly time frame, checking very well, we are still bullish, and it's kind of, the bullish momentum is actually strong. All right, so I will say I'm favoring the upside like 80% to the downside. All right, so now let's scale down. So once we have a break above, we start looking for more buys. All right, so going down to daily time frame, I already explained this. Then to 4-hour time frame, where we're going to be taking our entry. Like I said earlier, we wait for the market to pull to this point, then retrace, look for your candlestick confirmation, we buy to the upside. All right, so that's all for pounds. Oh, sorry, I think there is a mistake here, right? Okay, yeah, we are correct. um we're correct. That's pounds. I was talking about pounds CHL before, right? Okay, we are done with this. Then pounds card, which is this. All right, so that's all for pounds card. All right, pounds card, I think, did I talk about this? Okay, this is pounds card, which has been ranging. All right, I think I made a mistake with the currency name. So that's all for pounds card. All right, now the next pair is pounds AUD. Now pounds AUD, starting from weekly time frame, what do we have here? Pounds card on the weekly time frame, we have, it's also looking like one of these charts we analyze that the trend is about to change. So here, instead of having head and shoulder pattern, we are having something like a double bottom, right? We have the market drop, a retest, drop, and it refused to what, break below, and we see the market heading to what, this neckline here. Now what do we expect there? We expect the market to reach the neckline and break above, right? break above the neckline, and then continue to the upside. All right, now what was the last price action here? We have a bullish engulfing candle here, which signifies that the market is going to move from this point at least to this neckline. So how are we going to capitalize on that? Let's move to daily time frame. Now on a daily time frame, we also have a change of trend here, right? The market is bullish too also, and we have this. In fact, we actually have a complete inverse head and shoulder pattern forming on a daily time frame. So inverse head and shoulder pattern, we have this left shoulder, we have this neckline, we have this right shoulder, then we have a break above. So we expect the market to retest, right? We expect the market to retest here. We look for our buy entry on this daily zone to the weekly resistance level. All right, pounds hold on a 4-hour time frame, just as we speculate on daily time frame. So we calm down, we wait. We're going to wait for the market to pull down to this point, and we buy to the upside. All right, that's all for pounds AUD. Now moving to pounds NZD, that's a British pounds against New Zealand dollar. British pounds against New Zealand dollar. Now pounds NZD, what do we have here? We have the market moving in between support and resistance, moving in between support and resistance, and then checking the overall direction. We see that we are still bullish because what we are trading above this support here, right? So what do we do? How do we trade this pair? We trade this pair by what? Buying from support and selling from resistance. Buying from support, selling from what? Resistance. All right, now the last price action here is this. We have a drop here, a retest, then we have what? Equal bottom, which is the same thing as a double bottom. If we have a clear break above, then we continue to the upside. Now the last candle formation here is what? We have a bullish engulfing candle, a big one itself for that matter. So what do we expect? We expect the market to retrace a little bit, then we move to the upside. So how do we capitalize on this buy? Let's move down to daily time frame. Now pounds NZD on a daily time frame, we wait for the market to come back here and we buy to the upside, just like how we have it on a pounds AUD, that's the Australian dollar and British pounds. Now you see we have something we call, that same pattern is about to form here. We have this, the left shoulder, we have this, we have the head. I seen it. We have this, then we expect the market to drop back to this point, then we look for buy and move to the upside. Now checking this, you see that we have an already sell the last candle that formed the daily candle, the last 3 daily candle. We have what? This is a bearish engulfing candle and a significant pin bar. All right, the last candle that formed was a pin bar, which signified that the market is going to drop. Now the only advice I will give to you is that now our overall direction is what? Bullish, right? We're looking to buy pounds NZD. Now I know that a lot of traders, we enter this trade from here, they will decide to sell to this point before they buy. Don't do that, because now if you check the market momentum, you see that the market is actually bullish, and you might decide to sell from here to your entry, and then you have something like maybe the market moving halfway and we have a bullish momentum, start reversing and to tap it out and continue in the up direction. So what we need to do is you wait, don't force trade, you wait for the market to retrace down to this point, then we look for buys and we buy to what? To the next weekly swing, which is our resistance, weekly resistance level. All right, so how do we take our entry? We go down on a 4-hour time frame, we wait for the market to pull down to this point as we analyze on daily time frame, Now we have what? Daily time frame bullish, weekly time frame bullish. So we wait for the 4 hour time frame to become what? Bullish before we buy. All right. So that's all for pounds NZD. Now we have pounds JPY. Now pound JPY, like I said, we have 4 trade active, and pound JPY is one of the trade. All right, although it's been ranging in between entries since throughout last week. So let's quickly analyze it and get to the other pairs that are still active. All right, so now euro pound JPY on weekly time frame, we have the market moving above. We expect the market to retrace back to this point before a move above, but we couldn't head down to this support zone here. Then we see the market turning from there and moving above. Now if you see something, check something here. This pattern is looking like this chart pattern I'm seeing something like head and shoulder pattern. All right, I'm seeing something like head and shoulder pattern. We have this, the neckline, we have the head here, even if that is not really visible. We have a left and right shoulder here. We expect the market to drop down to the downside. All right, so now what do? We capitalize on that. Now scrolling down to weekly time and daily time frame, what do we see? You can see we also have another chart pattern formation here. We have the left shoulder here, another head and shoulder pattern. You can see them everywhere. They are everywhere. So we expect what? A sell, right? As you can see. So as I was saying, we wait for the market to open and we sell to the downside. Now if I'm to take another trade on this pair, I will only take the trade when we have a break below here, retest, and this. That's when I will take the trade. So this trade is going to be active. Let's see what next we got for us, if we're going to hit SL or we're going to move in our direction. Either way, we move on to the next. All right, so these are the trades that are still active. Euro USD, pounds JPY, and euro JPY. Like you already know, we have 4 trades. One is BE already, so from next week we'll see what the market got for us. So let me quickly go through, flip to euro JPY. Euro JPY, we have the same bias as euro as pounds JPY. All right, so on the weekly time frame, just as we analyze pounds JPY, we have the market. In fact, if you check this, I'm seeing multiple confirmation that this market actually need to sell. All right, apart from the head and shoulder pattern we have here, apart from this head and shoulder pattern that is still forming, apart from that, I'm seeing another confirmation here. We have the weekly candle here. We have, firstly, this is an evening star candle formation, which means the market needs to drop to this point, right? We have evening star candle formation. We have evening star candle formation here. We also have another bearish engulfing candle here. So all indications are pointing to the downside, right? So on a daily time frame, what do we expect? Now on a daily time frame, see this bearish engulfing candle, which after touching our resistance level, we have that candle formed. So we just take this as a retest, maybe then we drop to the downside, but next week we decide. All right, so these are, I took this trade when this candle form, right? And I think I posted it in my Telegram channel. So that's when I took the trade, and the market too has been ranging in between uh our SL, right? Oh, sorry, this trade here, I didn't take this particular one because I already have this one ongoing. I actually dropped this one in my Telegram channel for those people that missed this first entry here. So this was actually the second entry which I didn't take. It was this first one I took. All right. So this first one was, I took it when we have this bearish engulfing candle here. That was when I took the entry, and we break below. We have this. So I'm expecting the market to break like this. Then I will move my SL to entry. Then we leave the market to the side. So for those that took this second entry, it's still moving in between their entry and their SL. Why those that participated in the first entry should be in profit, like a little bit profit. Let's just say it's still running within our entry. All right. So that's for pounds, euro, JPY. Now euro USD. Now if you can see euro USD, the same move that pounds USD move that tapped us out actually happened on euro USD. But if you see very clearly, euro USD actually moved far away from our entry before that this thing happened. So I expect a move from this point, and the market should drop to the downside. So how do we arrive here? Let me start from weekly time frame. All right, now euro USD on a weekly time frame, we have the market moving in a range just as we analyze pounds USD, right? So we expect the last price action here, we have series of pin bars here, and we have a bearish engulfing candle. Then before this great move, we speculated that on a daily time frame, as we break below here, we were expecting a sell from here to this point. I don't know why take profit didn't trigger. All right, okay, it's just a little pips away. So the market reversed. So I will wait for the market to do its thing, probably having a deep retracement here and then dropping. Let just leave the market to do its own thing, right? So I think that's all for now. So by next week when the market opens, then we'll see what the market has for us. All right. So I wish you guys the best. Have a profitable week ahead. All right. And don't forget, before I close the session, don't forget to make sure that you subscribe to my Telegram and to my YouTube channel, and also turn on your notification so that you will not miss any trade. I have a lot of educative content for you. All right, especially for those people that are still finding difficult in their trading journey. So make sure you follow this channel and also subscribe. You subscribe to the channel and also turn on your notification. All right, have a profitable week ahead. Thank you. Stay blessed. Peace out.